More mindless musings of friends while I watch someone else suck at Dark Souls.
The lady who plays Tahani is apparently going to be in that She-Hulk show. It just got released the news earlier today. Jamila Jamil, I think her name is. It's like a JJ name.
Do we need a She-Hulk show? Do we need any kind of Hulk show in general?
That looks awesome. Like, it was like the most successful Marvel property before the MCU.
Yeah, but can it sustain it? You know.
I don't know. It did in the 70s and early 80s.
She-Hulk's a very fun character. Like, she breaks the fourth wall like Deadpool. So if they actually do this character justice, it could be a really fun show.
Oh wait, so She-Hulk stays like mentally functional?
Yeah, she's like a Hulk all the time. It's kind of funny.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of funny. The character is being used as a vehicle for like the last 30 to 40 years is like, hey, women can do anything.
Oh,
which is totally fine because that's the character. That was the character created for in the first place, right? The issue is like, do you take this bright green Amazonian woman who is essentially a lawyer? She's a lawyer.
She is a lawyer. She is a lawyer. That's not essentially is.
Yeah, okay, but she tries different careers, and it's like, oh, she's a natural product. Oh, for God's sake. I mean, I don't even like it when other characters do that. Never mind gender. I mean,
oh come on, the lawyer thing works great with Matt Murdock.
No, it doesn't. He fails at it. What are you talking about? He gets finished. He destroys his own firm.
Yeah, I know, but it's fun watching it.
Okay.
Just like it's fun watching Petey Parker like ruin every relationship he's ever in.
This is fine. It's fine.
Okay, so speaking of the Elden Ring announcement that came out,
yep.
I have a new thing that I would like to start. You're familiar with the concept of a swear jar, right?
Okay.
Like, every time somebody uses foul language, like, Kieran and I are kind of prone to do, like, lots, the person who does it puts a little money in the little swear jar. Well, I put down a Venmo thing a little bit ago. And every time somebody brings up George R.R. Martin or Game of Thrones,
I'm not giving you anything.
They have to put money in to get Bragi surgery fund.
No, I refuse to participate.
But Bragi needs surgery.
So, interestingly, Martin just put out a thing in the papers because his thing, obviously just got put out like some 5 hours ago. At first, I was skeptical when approached to write for the project. I found out that Mr. Miyazaki really puts a lot of thought into the actual games themselves. Behind the scenes, the lore is actually quite intricate, but many fans often feel it's never actually displayed. For example, there's this creature in the original Dark Souls called Ceaseless Discharge that you encounter in a place called the Demon Ruins. Did you know it was created by Gwendolyn, the Dark Sun, coming down with a nasty case of diarrhea? What?
Wasn't Ceaseless Discharge one of the children of the Witch of Izalith?
Yeah, yes, he was the one brother of the 7 sisters?
Yeah, he's like the one brother out of sisters, isn't
he? How much dwarf sex will be in the game? That's what I want to know.
All dwarf sex. Yes.
You're a pervert.
Oh, I can't wait till Bragi gets off it.
No, I've just read the books.
Why are you obsessed with...
No, I've just read the books. I'm not a pervert.
No.
It's not porn, it's HBO.
Okay.
Yes.
For every character that has a sex chapter, and there are very few actually in the books, Tyrion gets like, I don't know, I'm going to say ballpark at least 10. It's insane.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this game is
That's
not going to help
really
much.
more due to the character. I mean, just because he's a dwarf doesn't mean you should treat him differently.
I'm not treating him differently. I'm just saying it's in the book.
You're pointing it out because he's a dwarf. That's kind of rude.
He's the
best
Actually, I
character.
think he's making the point that that's just the character that the author seems to really focus on when it comes to sex scenes.
He's also being contentious for the sake of creating drama and entertainment for Carol's recording. I can see right through him like a window. You've ruined the act, Job.
Pretty much. Thanks, buddy.
This is how you make conversations sincere.
Will there be sex in Elden Rings? Should we, like,
It'd be ballsy.
Speculate.
I don't think there will. I mean,
don't-
obviously, at some point there will have been because there will be beings that were born, but I don't think it's going to be a focus.
I don't think you can speculate on that game. I think you can just enjoy the ride, like every Dark Souls game.
Direwolves. Will there be direwolves who freaking loves dogs?
Oh, by the by, I saw so much Berserk in that trailer. It's nuts. Like, it's
Of
kind of
course.
ridiculous.
I was watching it and I thought, wow, artistically, this looks very, very, very Dark Souls.
Yeah, and Dark Souls was very bizarre.
Very Berserk, artistically, yes. I'm well aware of that. I just never really was exposed to Berserk.
Yeah,
I was
me
gonna say
either,
Dark-
but it's one of those things that is basically, if you come across any dark fantasy kind of story at this point, there's going to be some Berserk element in it.
My joke for that was, Kieran, Dark Souls is very Demon Souls.
Thing is, okay, there's in that trailer we just saw, which is clearly like an inspiration for Yggdrasil, that gigantic golden tree, right?
Looked awesome.
Yeah, it looks awesome. And I tell you one thing right now, speculation at least. Okay, you are fighting on the top of that tree at the very end. Come on, and it's gonna be glorious. But it's the same visual imagery as Berserk. Berserk is a world tree as well. In the series following the big event. There was like a wolf man in armor with like a greatsword in his back. Come on. There's like giants towing slavery, like lorries and carts. You've got like horses climbing scaled like cliffs that are just vertical. There's so much.
Yeah,
in that.
there seemed to be some kind of like air current thing that your horse could get on to make it like go straight up.
I don't think those horses are real.
I think they might be spirit animals.
Yeah,
Like we could be a ghost.
That's a good point. We get to ride horses in this game. It's pretty neat.
Like in
Canyonero. Name your horse. Kieran takes like 2 seconds to call it Canyonero.
It's kind of my go-to after Red Dead, frankly. Just it's just one of those. The more you think about it, like the funnier it gets.
Like the more I looked at that trailer, the more I thought to myself, like, dude, this is just Dark Souls 4. It literally is just Dark Souls 4.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
but I'm fine with that.
2 miles long, 3 lanes wide. Smells like a steak when it goes 45. Top of the line in utility sports. Unexplained fires are a matter for the courts.
Canyonero. Federal highway commissioners rule the Canyonero unsafe for highway or city driving.
Trying to think what I should name mine. Forest Jump.
Oh, that's good. You took my name though.
That was just kind of groany.
I'm pretty sure you'll come up with a name. Don't worry about it.
Edgar Allan Pony.
Again, that's just groan worthy. Although I like that better than the first one.
That does remind me. I remember hearing of some of the silly names that people called their horse in Red Dead. John Bomb Pony was one of them on the list.
Yeah, people are just gonna get really uninventive when it comes to the actual naming of said creatures.
That's
I
good.
think
I'll call it. Oh, go on.
I'll probably just call it horse.
I'll call it Carl.
So neighs a lot. Yeah, that's pretty good. Winnie. Mr. Miyagi, why would you call
Windjammer.
Sylvester Stallion?
Oh, I like that one.
Butt Stallion.
Hey, we're gonna get
Okay.
Butt Stallion.
Okay, that's the number one, alright?
What?
Everybody's just gonna call the horse Seabiscuit.
Yeah.
you know they are. Al Capone. That's pretty good.
I just hope somebody paid the taxes on that horse.
Yeah, once you get this thing in the game and it's like an item, you don't get a choice of the name. Just in time, yeah, it's pretty good. David Hasselhoff.
Oh wow. Okay, that was honestly the best one.
Horsing around. Yeah. Talk derby to me. That's Carol's. Talk derby to me. Main attraction. Long
Oh
face.
god, and now I have the song in my head. Talk dirty to me.
Too hot to trot. No soup for you. Why? May the horse be with you. What the book? Okay, they're pretty. David Hasselhoff, though. Come on.
Yeah, that's
That-
my favorite one right there.
I pray that you can get more than 15 letters in order to get all of that in, you know what I mean? Because there was a limitation on the names, wasn't there, before?
Yeah.
Hope you can get that
I
guy's
mean, if
axe.
it was long enough, you could just name it Faster Than Walking.
Von der Kugel Falconbird.
Oh, that.
Tax return.
Stimulus check.
Thanks, Dad.
Roach. It's just gonna be Roach, isn't it? I did the same thing on 14 for like 2 or 3 years, and then Kieran called me out and was like, "No, fine, I'll call it something else." There's nothing wrong with it. Witcher 3 was a good game.
Yeah, Roach was a good horse. He rode up and down mountains.
No, it's just like you've got some creative try.
Your mic's going out.
I think it's more his connection. That's the issue.
Possibly.
So I was wrong about the Tales of Arise thing. It's not 3-3.
What do you mean?
You know, the Darnans and the Uranans, the two
Mhm.
planets. So it turns out it's 4-2.
Oh, okay.
The black guy and the protagonist, the Shion character, they're
Mhm.
both Uranans. It turns out the girl who's basically his bodyguard that was just introduced in the trailer today, was it Kisara? Like, she's actually from the slave planet too. He just took her into his service as a guardian. So,
So four halves and 2 have-nots.
Well, the thing is, they kind of did this before in like Exilia and Symphonia. I was trying to get on this earlier on. In both of those games, they use the same kind of like Full Metal Alchemist, the original series kind of thing, where there's like 2 worlds, and they're in like competition all the time for like energy. And I was kind of like concerned they were going to do the same thing in this, because it's kind of uninspired at this point, just doing the same thing from like 10 years ago, you know. And this was like, at least they've not split it down the line. They've not done like half the cast is from this place, half the cast is you can get along. We're not so different after all, you know. That kind of crap.
What's wrong with that kind of crap? That kind of crap is good.
Because it's been done to death.
So looking up more terrible horse names. There's a story here of a horse that had some minor respiratory problems, so they called it Horse. Hoarse. Yeah. Clever. Kind of cruel, but clever.
Celebration of your asthma, we're calling you. Like, it's a bit awful, isn't it?
It kind of is.
I don't think the horse minds, mind you, considering he only cares about, you know.
I don't think the horse.
Horses are extremely intelligent.
Horses are pretty dumb. No. I don't believe that. Second. Horses are dumb as fuck.
No, they're not.
No.
They're extremely intelligent animals.
I called Critical Drinker today, Army of the Dead.
Oh, well, the movie's terrible. So I'm sure he has a ball making fun of it. So, to list things Zack Snyder should not do. He should not write his own movies. He should not direct his own movies. And he should not do the camera work for his own movies now, because apparently he's somehow involved with the camera work for this movie. And every time, not every time, but a lot in the times in the movie where you have the characters in focus, the background's completely blurry.